In starting off this evening, I'm going to have the opportunity to talk about our cabinet, say a few words about them. So I'd like the cabinet to come on up here. Give your remarks. I just thought it'd be fun to have them up here while I'm talking about them in case they get embarrassed, or any of my jokes maybe will play out well here. So first I'm going to start with Rachel, our treasurer. And the two things about Rachel I appreciate most is your wit and your positivity. She has this amazing wit, and it has really come in handy this year with the three of these guys. She's always very sharp in being able to put them in their place with a creative comment, and she's definitely done it to the staff on a number of occasions too. But always positive. And there's been a lot of opportunity where it hasn't been an easy situation this year, just because of different discussions at conferences or meetings or whatnot. But Rachel is someone that's always positive through everything, always really trying to see the silver lining in it. And even when she had a real unfortunate thing happen after a conference this past year where you had your car stolen. Yeah, that was tough. The good news is it was recovered. And now, when you think about it, we packed a lot of stuff into vehicles when we were to a conference, and she had not gone back to the office yet, so all our conference stuff was, well, not the valuables, but the important things like meeting minutes, things like that. Well, the lucky thing is the thief didn't take any of our meeting minutes. The only thing he took was Tyler's banana costume. And that's a whole different subject we'll get to later. We're talking about Tyler.
Plenty to talk about there.
Yeah. So, Rach, you've done an amazing job as treasurer. The other thing that I really like about Rachel is that when she's having to make decisions, you have to be very fair when you're making your decisions as treasurer. The role of treasurer is unique because, some of the other positions are so outward, where you're advocating for students, you're speaking at the Capitol. She definitely has to look internally in the organization to help out there too, where she's approving reimbursements for travel, she's making decisions on making sure student leaders can get places where they need to be in a very efficient way, but having to make tough financial decisions too. And she's done that in such an amazing way that one thing I've seen with some treasurers when they come in is that they're so quick to make a decision, but Rachel didn't do that. She always wanted to know all the details, but also she called the student that it was affecting and wanted to get their side of it. And I thought that was just a really a tremendous thing, that knowing that right away coming in. And the other thing is that Rachel's never afraid to admit that she doesn't know something. And also I think that we can all relate to that, where that's a really important thing when you're making decisions and working for students. The other thing that she took on this year and did an amazing job of is chair of our scholarship committee. And as you know, we're really making some great efforts to increase the giving that our scholarship program provides to students across the state. And our big event in January had a 40% increase in attendance, and a lot of it due to Rachel's hard work. So please join me in thanking Rachel Kelson. I wouldn't look ahead because you might cry a little bit here. For Nathan, I want to start off with some fun facts about Nathan. He has a pet turtle named Francis. As an infant, he won a beautiful baby contest. I want to bring the pictures in, but he just won't do that for me. And I would say conservatively, Nathan probably consumes at least 20 cheeseburgers a week.
Yeah, true story.
And I'd throw in like 20 pizzas too, but I don't know. And if MSCSA were electing a position like a director of wellness and nutrition, you probably would not be elected to that. But somehow, with that type of diet, he can maintain the nickname of Hanson.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part where you might have cried. So Nathan's love of advocacy is only overshadowed by his love of cheeseburgers. And think about this, I talked to some of your other cabinet counterparts, and I said, what's kind of funny things I can say about Nathan? Because Nathan, he's a jokester. And they said, know, I remember during his campaign speech last year that he talked about one of his weaknesses. You know where I'm going with this? And he said, well, you know, one thing, he goes, I'm just really sarcastic. And I should probably, that's something I'm going to work on this year. And, you know, you could look at it as a weakness, but, well, number one is I don't think you could ever change that. And I don't think you should try because it makes you who you are. So I think, don't worry about that. But they wanted me to bring that up. But to the serious matters of what Nathan did is, he did an amazing job with our Students View this year, working with Jonathan, getting new writers from throughout the state. We're getting some of the campus papers more involved with our newsletter. That's something that we've talked about for a while. He's done a great job with that. The other a difficult task Nathan had this year is he was a board member for the United States Student Association. And as many of you know, it's been an issue we've talked about as far as what our membership means with them. And Nathan's done a really great job of attending all the conferences out there, and being represented from Minnesota, and really taking back the feedback that he gets here and talking with their board about where we're coming from and where we want to see change within the organization. And that has not been an easy task this year. There's been a lot of conflict around, but Nathan's done a really great job of being there through everything. Nathan, you love to goof around, have fun, and really importantly, advocate for students. So please join me in thanking